it's a good thing that I went through it. Like somebody in my family
Yeah.
went through it, so that I can now help my sister. Because now
Yeah.
like currently now she's not. It's not as bad, but
Yeah.
it's like it's a start.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's something Polynesian people need to get. Like it's doesn't matter how what happened in the past or like how you were raised, type of thing. As long as somebody starts something.
Yeah. A lot of Polynesians don't understand that when somebody's depressed, you know, they feel very alone,
Yeah.
very alone, right? And it doesn't matter if you're in a family of 11 people, right, or 20 people in one house. But because and I want to give this information, so people out there, like you say, like you share, like the bishop didn't know what it was, your parents didn't know what it was, your even your siblings know, and I know that's the same for a lot of households.
Yeah.
A lot of households just don't know what depression is. But I just want everybody to understand that when somebody's depressed, they feel alone in this world, and what they need is not criticism. What they need is not judgment.
Yeah.
What they need is not "I told you so" or more blame, or all they need is just love and support.
Yeah.
All they need is to be reminded of how important they are, how valuable they are, how loved they are,
Yeah.
and that support, whoever, like your coach was that person. But that's the way, like you say, because when you're, because I've been depressed before, you just feel like that your life don't matter,
Yeah.
right? If you feel hopeless, you feel powerless, like you feel like that nothing I can do today that matters, and
Yeah.
why am I even here?
Yeah. Like,
And
what
then
difference am I gonna make? Or nobody's gonna miss me.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
yeah.
exactly. But then luckily, God, for God's love, and you meet some people,
Yeah.
and based my own experience, but in all my conversations with people that have gone through depression, it's always they meet somebody in their life that reminds them of their own uh, value and worth, for them to realize, I do have a purpose to live, and I should not give up.
Yeah.
And that person was a coach for me. It was just uh, good friends, and good friends I had in my life. And but I just want people to understand that, yeah, like if you have somebody that's going through depression, like all they need is to have somebody in their corner.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah,
even if you don't talk, because that's how my sister is. Like,
yeah,
there's times where she just doesn't want to talk. She just
yeah.
wants
That's
to
fine.
she just wants to be near someone. And I'm always like, don't even trip. Like, you don't have to say anything. Like,
Yeah,
I got you. Like, I'm sitting right here, and if you
yeah,
like cry, cry. I'll pat your back. Like,
yeah,
and I feel like me going through it personally, like, and obviously, like I was saying, like nobody knew what it was, so I
yeah,
literally had to sit there, pat my own back, and just kind of, get myself through it. And I was like,
yeah,
I don't like this. But yeah, it's always like it's always nice to get a start somewhere, like in breaking the generational curses.
yeah,
Because I feel like, obviously, I'm sure there's tons of Polynesians out there, Pacific Islanders who feel the need of, like, we need to get our mental health and taking like depression and suicide more seriously.
hmm
Because I, like, growing up, I didn't know what it was. I wasn't sure how that worked, in a way. And now that depression and suicide has been on a lot of the Pacific Islanders' minds, like
yeah,
it's been, and I know, I remember reading like an article. There was a couple kids in American Samoa, who have taken their life throughout this year, this 2020. And it sucks because I know those kids probably felt like, they feel lonely. They just want to
yeah,
be loved. They feel like there's no purpose for them here. And I feel like because Polynesians are so hard headed and they're so tough skinned, they just, the first thing that they react with is the criticism, the judgment.
yeah, yeah.
They're always throwing out the things that they see wrong, and I'm like, okay, that's not how this is gonna work. Like,
Yep.
don't do that. And I feel like they just do it because that's technically how everything
Yeah, they
grows.
don't know. They don't
Yeah.
know. It's like it's very hard to navigate when you. It's very hard to understand something when they don't know, and they don't know it exists. Like, in their mind, like that doesn't exist. So when kids go through it, they're it doesn't like make sense for them.
Yeah.
And the only thing they know is like is discipline.
Yes.
It's
That's
just
true.
so discipline. And I did, yeah. Because one thing I realized that for a lot of everybody goes through depression.
Yeah.
Like I think depression happens to everybody, but it's just like you said, a lot of us don't even they just don't know that we're going through it.
Yeah.